Hey guys, I'm Moiser and welcome back to another movie review. Today we are reviewing another Nicolas Cage film, Willy's Wonderland. Now Nicolas Cage is yet back again for another crazy ass action comedy B movie. And this time he's fighting evil animatronics at an amusement park. Now, the main reason I got so interested in this movie in the first place was because of another YouTuber called 3C Films. He started very early making videos on this movie and it really got my hype up for this movie. And that is what the main reason that I got so interested in this film in the first place. So shout out to you, buddy. I will leave a link to his channel down in the description below so you can check him out. But that was like one of the main reasons I actually heard about this movie in the first place and really got excited for it. Now, the plot for this movie on IMDb goes as: a quiet drifter is tricked into a janitorial job at the now condemned Willy's Wonderland. The mundane tasks suddenly become an all-out fight for survival against wave after wave of demonic animatronics. Now, I knew going into this movie that this wasn't going to be a huge Hollywood blockbuster movie, but it was just a small little guilty pleasure B movie. And that is exactly what the movie is. Now, I can see why people compare this movie to Five Nights at Freddy's or say it's a ripoff of Five Nights at Freddy's, but I think the movie really managed to stay different from Five Nights at Freddy's, because in Five Nights at Freddy's, it's basically the animatronics that hunt the janitor or the security guard at the amusement park, but in this movie, it is the janitor hunting down the animatronics. And the janitor is of course played by the legend himself, Nicolas Cage. And Nicolas Cage was just phenomenal in this film. It was so cool to see him like slashing and killing all of these animatronics. He was just badass in this film. And Nicolas Cage's character in this movie is very quiet and he doesn't say anything, but he uses his face expressions and his body language to kind of tell how he really is. Now, what I'm glad this movie did was that they used a lot of practical effects, especially on the animatronics. They used a lot of practical effects on the animatronics, so it really looked like robots, and not like the Banana Splits movie, for example, where the animatronics just looked like people or humans in like a suit. But the animatronics here really felt like robots, and I'm glad that they didn't use a lot of CGI here, because many B movies, they use a lot of CGI and they could overuse it very much, so it just looks very cringy and it just looks very cheesy. But I think the way they used the practical effects in this movie was great. Now, there are some side characters in this movie as well, but I don't really remember their names, because I don't think they were pointless, but they were kind of non-interesting to me. The only like interesting character for me was Nicolas Cage, and I didn't really care for any of the other characters. And the side characters here, they are very typical horror movie characters, and you just knew that they were going to die eventually. Now, overall, I had a blast with this movie. As I said, I didn't go into this movie thinking it to be a big movie, but just a small little guilty pleasure B movie. And that is exactly what the movie is, and I'm glad that that is what the movie is. I had a blast with this movie. Nicolas Cage was amazing here. It was so cool to see him just killing all of these animatronics, and it was just a great little comedy horror movie. So my score on Willy's Wonderland will be a 7 out of 10. So that was my review for Willy's Wonderland. I would love to hear your thoughts on this movie as well, so be sure to leave your thoughts on this movie down in the comment section. Now, if you are a movie fan like me and you just love to talk about movies in general, this is a place for you. So go ahead and click this button right here to subscribe to my channel, or you can click here to watch one of my other videos. So thank you guys so much for watching this movie review, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.